In the fast-paced world of streaming and online entertainment, few names have sparked as much attention, controversy, and devotion as Adin Ross. From late-night gaming sessions in his bedroom to hosting viral interviews with celebrities, this is the story of how Adin Ross turned raw energy and internet chaos into a global following, one stream at a time.
I've always wanted to be a streamer ever since I was like 15 years old, which is crazy. So like sophomore, junior, whatever that is. But senior year is when I really took it seriously. You know, my dad at that time, he was going through some financial problems. So, you know, he was living check by check. And I begged him, I was like, Dad, get this high-speed internet, trust me. Like, I'll get all the equipment. I bust tables at a restaurant for a summer. I saved up money to buy equipment, bought myself equipment. My dad was like, fuck it. My dad always believed in me from the jump, always. You know, everyone else, my aunts, grandparents, go to college. I skipped prom. I skipped a bunch of like
you
major.
Serious?
Yeah. I was just so determined.
You really dedicated yourself to it.
I did a 12-hour stream. I was gonna skip my own graduation, but my dad was like, okay, nah, you gotta go to that one. So
don't make me cut this internet shit off.
Adin David Ross was born on October 11th, 2000 in Boca Raton, Florida. Growing up in a Jewish-American household with his sister Naomi, Adin wasn't your typical quiet gamer. From a young age, he was drawn to the spotlight, not just playing video games, but performing. Whether it was cracking jokes at family gatherings or streaming for a handful of viewers from his bedroom, Adin had one goal: to be seen. By the time he was in high school, Adin was already experimenting with Twitch, streaming late into the night while juggling classes during the day. He wasn't pulling big numbers yet, but he was laying the foundation. Then came the game that would change everything: NBA 2K. While most streamers tried to climb the leaderboards, Adin carved his own path. He wasn't known for being the best player, but he was the most entertaining. His streams were wild, loud, and full of trash talk, turning casual matchups into viral chaos. Whether he was roasting opponents, hyping up chat, or randomly breaking into freestyle rants, viewers couldn't look away. He wasn't just streaming the game, he was living it. And that raw, unfiltered energy became his signature.
8 hours a day playing 2K, reading chat, raging, just being myself in front of a couple hundred viewers. And then it just, you know, progressed. And then eventually I'm averaging 1,000, 1,500 viewers. And then all of a sudden I get hit up to join this team. It's called AE. And then Bronny happened to be in there. And then I left AE, I think like 2 weeks later. The clan was just like a thing like where everyone could join. It just wasn't a real clan. It was just like more of a community thing. So left that. Me and Bronny happened to become really good friends. And then we played this crazy wager versus this guy named Ticino. Went crazy. I talked to LeBron. And that was like my first viral moment right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
That was my first viral moment.
Adin's online grind paid off. He moved to Los Angeles and joined the Clout House scene, rubbing shoulders with internet royalty. But while many streamers kept things strictly gaming, Adin leaned into drama, celebrity culture, and real-life antics. His audience grew fast. Some loved him for his boldness. Others tuned in just to see what he'd do next.
Oh yeah, and then this is what happened. I met Corinna in the GTA world. Went to LA for a little bit. That's when I met you guys all out there. Not you. All out there, Banks, all of you guys. So the hot tub stream went crazy. That was like obviously. So then after that, I went back to Miami, played GTA or whatever. My numbers went back to the way they were because obviously after like a viral moment like that, you know, your shit will go back to normal. So my shit went back to normal. Went back to LA. And then after that, we just started having all these rappers over and we're all caught up.
Soon, Adin was more than just a Twitch streamer. He was becoming something entirely new, a cultural crossover, a bridge between the world of gaming and the world of hip-hop. It started small, a freestyle here, a music reaction there. But before long, rappers began appearing on his streams, not in passing, but as guests. Personalities like Lil Tecca, Polo G, and T Grizzly weren't just stopping by. They were vibing, laughing, playing games, freestyling with Adin live for tens of thousands of viewers. The collaborations felt chaotic, unfiltered, and undeniably real. These weren't stiff interviews or rehearsed promos. This was raw internet energy. One moment, Adin would be cracking jokes with chat. The next, he'd be face-to-face with a platinum-selling artist, asking whatever came to mind. No script, no filter. Sometimes it was entertaining, sometimes it was awkward. But that unpredictability was what made it magic. Clips from his streams started going viral across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Reactions, Out-of-pocket questions and hilarious moments with celebrities made Adin Ross a household name, not just in gaming, but in culture. The kid who used to rage in 2K lobbies was now casually chatting with industry icons, and the internet couldn't stop watching. But with fame came friction. Adin's rise wasn't without turbulence, and his unfiltered, no-holds-barred streaming style often landed him in hot water. As his streams grew bigger and his audience more diverse, so did the spotlight. Adin wasn't just a gamer anymore. He was an online personality with millions watching his every move. And when you mix raw energy with zero script, things are bound to get messy. Controversial guests, edgy jokes, and off-the-cuff comments started raising eyebrows. Twitch began taking notice. From platform violations to terms of service slip-ups, Adin's streams crossed the line more than once, and each time it triggered a wave of backlash, both from Twitch moderators and from the internet at large. The bans came quickly, some temporary, some more serious. Each time he returned, the debates reignited. Was Adin pushing boundaries in the name of entertainment, or just being reckless? For every supporter cheering his raw honesty, there were critics calling him out. But one thing was clear. Love him or hate him, Adin Ross had become impossible to ignore. In early 2023, the bombshell dropped. Twitch permanently banned Adin Ross. No warnings, no soft landing, just gone. For some, it felt like the end of the road. A cautionary tale about pushing the limits too far. But for Adin, it wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a new chapter. And this one? It was bigger, louder, and more controversial than anything before. Just days after the ban, Adin announced his move to a brand new platform, Kick. Funded by the controversial crypto gambling site Stake, Kick was Twitch's rebellious younger cousin, a platform that promised fewer restrictions, looser guidelines, and most importantly, freedom. And Adin wasn't just joining. He was leading the charge. Rumors swirled about his contract, a reported $10 million-plus deal, dwarfing what most streamers could dream of. Suddenly, the kid who used to grind NBA 2K for scraps was sitting at the table with a massive bag, creative control, and no filter in sight. On Kick, Adin wasn't just a streamer anymore. He was unleashed. No terms of service breathing down his neck. No bans looming over every word. He could say what he wanted, stream how he wanted, and invite whoever he wanted. It was a risk. It was controversial. But for Adin, it was freedom, and freedom was everything. Around this time, a surprising shift began. Adin started talking about purpose, motivation, and masculinity, heavily influenced by controversial figures like Andrew Tate. Critics called it a grift. Fans called it growth. But one thing was clear. Adin was evolving, on camera and off. Whether trolling or transforming, Adin was still dominating timelines. Now streaming to millions across the globe, Adin's content spans interviews, IRL vlogs, debates, and whatever trend the internet throws his way. He's not just a creator, he's a cultural lightning rod. And whether you're a fan or a hater, you're watching. Adin Ross is loud, messy, and unapologetically real. He broke the rules, made his own, and streamed his way into the spotlight.